Multimedia. It's the next big thing in journalism, except that next is already here. And newsrooms and journalism schools around the country are trying to figure out what it is and how to make it work. If you ask 100 different people about multimedia, you'd probably get 100 different definitions. A good place to look for answers is here, in the newsroom of WFAA Television in Dallas. Hello everyone, I'm Brad Schultz, and welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium on the campus of Ole Miss in Oxford. Every other year, right here, Ole Miss and Mississippi State renew their annual Egg Bowl rivalry. But it wasn't always a home-and-home series. Back in 1983, when the teams played in Jackson, they played an all-timer. It was a game so exciting, so dramatic, and yes, even so bizarre, that players, coaches, and fans from both schools still talk about it more than 30 years later. Here's longtime Mississippi broadcaster Terry Smith with more on the 1983 Egg Bowl, a game that has come to be known as the Immaculate Deflection. Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Mississippi Observer, a magazine project under the direction of Mr. Magazine, Dr. Samir Husney, and the Magazine Innovation Center at the University of Mississippi. Dr. Husney's students covered the state looking for interesting and relevant stories, and we'll hear from them shortly to talk about interesting things they found across the state of Mississippi. And stay tuned to the end of the show. We'll give you information on how you can order the printed edition of the latest issue of the Mississippi Observer. Of course, one of the biggest stories across the state of Mississippi this year was the 50th anniversary of integration at the University of Mississippi. It was in 1962 that James Meredith... Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the summer 2013 edition of the Mississippi Observer, a magazine project under the direction of Mr. Magazine, Dr. Samir Husney, at the University of Mississippi, and his magazine students. They went all over the state once again to cover interesting stories, this time under the topic, What's Wrong with Mississippi? Stay tuned to the end of the show. We'll give you more complete information about how you can get a printed copy of this edition of the Observer. Our top story, the growing epidemic of obesity in the state of Mississippi, which now ranks as the #1 state for obesity in all of these United States.